What a swing right there.
Coach Angel Perez said a key to this matchup is going to be, in his words, neutralizing Kaz Brown. He knows how much of a weapon she is. He knows that the chemistry between Shampoo and Kaz is elect, first in points per set and third in total blocks. Amazing.
Amazing stuff. Also, of course, leads her team in points. Looks like we had a net violation off the shot from Charity Looper, number 1 in white.
Charity Looper is one of those players that when she heats team.
She has led that team in kills in the last 8 matches. A back row try and a conversion for Naya Shime, who had a season-high 17 kills a match ago.
And that was back-to-back 17 kills. So she had season-high 17, and then again, she's filling in for Brittany Abercrombie, so she needs to carry.
There's Brown serving line. Hodge will get a swing in the cross court. The pickup by Courtney Schwann. A cross-body kill for the former University of Washington standout, her 3rd year in Orlando.
And she's very crafty, very rangy. Not to mention she read that swing perfectly.
Audrey Pack out for Terry. Looper will not find the floor. And some hustle keeps this one going for Columbus. The 1 foot shampoo to Kaz Brown. That was what Angel Perez, the coach for Columbus, said we have to be able to stop that because that's going to go a long way in how this map goes.
And he said it's difficult to read this slide attack. They disguise it so, and then she doesn't let the ball drop. She attacks it at such a high point.
Attacking that serve at a high point was Natalie Foster, who forces the overpass. Vanderwide attacks with conviction. Struggling with the first ball there, handling things off the serve receive. That allows Vanderwide to get going.
Exactly. A tough serve really allows you to set up your full offense. Vanderwide, but there's a gap in the block. She's got such a fast roundhouse kind of swing, and she can utilize that gap to her advantage.
What a rocket off of Hiapo. Even though it's not an ace, you can just see what a difference maker the pace and the placement from
such a quick pace that it's so difficult to get your platform underneath it, angle yourself. I mean, it's really hard ball to pass, going for 47 miles per hour.
That one north of 47 miles per hour. Foster, her 29th ace of the year. She had 6 of them in the first meeting between these two.
And this is why they give her the green light. Oh, it looks like it's going to the left in the last second. It dives right.
Another one, and this service run is a dandy for the Valkyries. 5-2. Forcing a timeout from the Columbus Fury.
You're going to want to get your tickets, come to Orlando, or watch on CBS.
Natalie Foster continues her stint at the service line, goes at Hiapo, and more out of system hitting. As Foster digs the swing. Shampoo, backside. Vanderwide. Those two in synergy for the score, and it's a 4-0 run for Orlando.
That was a smart swing by Vanderwide. That set a little off the net, so she didn't have all of her momentum in front of her, but her step close to the ball was really good, and then it's driving to kind of cultivate that rhythm.
6-0 run, 6 kills from our server, Terry. Denied a 4th kill is Vanderwide. Shampoo has options. 11 dimes for Shampoo and a 4th kill coming in off the bench in number 8 in white, Lindsay Vanderwide.
One of the reasons why Shampoo is one of the best in the league and internationally as well is her selection, her decision making. She knows Vanderwide is hot right now, so she's going to go back to the hot hands.
Looper attacks the block of Walker and Hodge and uses the block to her advantage to make it 8-3.
And it's that hang time that really makes her difficult to block because she's hanging in the air. She's delaying a little bit on her swing, and then she's driving through the ball off of the block. We'll be right back after this. Valkyries up 8-3. And then when she gets going offensively, she just so valuable to this team.
And it's her first kill on the night. Not the first kill for Kaz Brown. Quickly to the point of attack, number 11 in white gets it to go.
Something that I love about Shampoo and Kaz Brown, Coach Amy Polly said they are working tirelessly.
Her hitting efficiency. That's Hodge, her second career start, serving at Pusic. Trouble ensuing here in ball control for Columbus. Charity Looper in an out-of-system situation comes to the rescue with her 5th kill of the night. That's as many as she had a match ago.
And that's one of the reasons why Coach Amy Polly brought Charity Looper on. She wanted to add more nuance to the offense. She wanted 4 routes running it every single play. Charity Looper in the back row on that big attack is that 4th route. Just our block system behind her, but that hasn't been a problem.
Not a problem putting up a decent form of resistance there up the middle for Columbus. Overhanded dig by Looper. Pusic to Schwan on the attack. What a cover by Pusic, diving out for it. Schwan, sharp angle, wrist away, puts it away amidst the chaotic situation out there.
Coach Amy Polly gave a fist pump after that because this is what she wants from this team. She wants them to battle in transition, and then she wants them to score more at middle in the set.
Insistent in serve receive, and that's Looper tracking it down in the backcourt. Hack looks the direction of Terry. Looper takes aim at Hiapo, and that one is not coming back. One of the best liberos since about early February, and she goes right at her audaciously for the score.
It's the aggression from Charity Looper with that back row attack. She uses the momentum in her approach to really bring the power, no matter she's in the back.
A joust head-to-head, Schwan and Peck. Terry got denied, and Foster was up there along with Vanderweide, and they team up in unison for the send-back.
And what makes that block work is the finishing of the hands. Watch Natalie Foster's hands. She's pushing her. She's done a good job so far filling in for Pittman Nelson.
Courtney Schwan, number 4 in white, who is averaging 1.3 kills per set, gets one there off the first ball side out.
We see Courtney Schwan in that opposite position. The Valkyries
will be serving away. Fast set for Natalie Foster, 6'4" middle, number 13 in white. Puts one down in a fury.
And that's one of those situations where beautiful in system, big swings. We need someone to echo Raina Terry, is what he said. And that was a good echo right there.
Little touch from Kaz Brown. Kaz Brown had her body halfway turned the other way. And a nonchalant block, a matter of fact, debonair, if you will, to send that one block back solo style.
Almost like a no-look block. Her hands did the work. She's flush. A little bit of a height disparity there, and an open net without the middle blocker there blocking.
As Brown takes on the solo block attempt to blush. 1 foot attempt off for her. Pusic will now play the role of setter. And closing out the point with a kill is Charity Looper, her 5th in the second set alone.
Hot hand, so good decision by Pack.
5 kills for Lush, all in this second set, and a kill for Chong-Pu. Don't forget about her. She is very offensively inclined.
Let's talk about her last match. Last match, Shampoo went 3 for 4 offensively, so really good efficiency there. She had 23.
Shampoo is back out there. Schwan buries that ball down off the set from Shampoo, and Those two are on the same accord and playing really well together.
And that was the deception of Shampoo. Watch this, so good. Natalie Foster going in for the gap. He's putting in Pack, he's putting in Hodge. He's trying out different lineups to see who can provide that spark for this team.
The sledgehammer was Kaz Brown. Usage will send it in Vanderweider's direction. Out of system, freelancing at its finest, and it's that improvisation that brings up 6 set points.
Super fast arm swing from Vanderweider. Good read by Shampoo. Usage, very solid out of system setter. So much. They're doing a better job at putting the ball away. And this is pretty mirrored to that first set, but this time the Valkyries on top.
Charity Looper closes out the second. Terry in the second set alone went 2 of 15. After 6 kills that she recorded in the first set. What does Gomez need to do there with that touch as things got thrown away and thrown off? 21 assists for our server, Audrey Peck, number 11 in red. The slide, and that one is a smooth connection. Shampoo to Brown off a 25th helper from Shampoo.
Coach Angel Perez had a few keys to the game, and one of the second day that they were here, first ball side out, the first day, passing. We saw a lot in serve and pass today.
Off the tape, that is Looper, and on 2 goes Shampoo.
Shampoo does a really good job of mixing that in sparingly. Doesn't get too comfortable with it, mixes it in, has good situational awareness, and she's so humble. I love the look on her face. She had so much joy.
Walking around the rest of the league, and they're up by 3. Schwann forces an early touch from Peck. Quick attack off the gap set. Shampoo to Foster, and those two on the same page.
And that was Shampoo running her middle from the 3-meter line. That's very difficult to do, but that's the difference between an elite setter and a good setter. Shampoo really takes it upon herself to force through the middle, even in chaotic situations where you're not right on the net. Even if she's off the net, she's going to run Natalie Foster on that gap set.
Coach Polly talking to us about Shampoo before the match and said, we really want to see...
And really run the gauntlet, and that's why he has Jalen Hodge in.
What a serve as Schwann gets to it. Vanderweider hits a high ball and buries that one deep.
And Vanderweider has such an interesting swing. It's so unique. She starts with her hand down low. It's almost like a roundhouse kind of swing. It's difficult to block. First of all, emphasizing that.
Franchise leader in kills over the course of the first 3 seasons is Lush with over 400. Bringing the firepower is Charity Looper. Her 9th kill on a 35th swing, and the home crowd loves the passion that she swings with.
It's the passion, it's the explosiveness. She's very fiery, and we talk about her being undersized, so she brings that power. She also runs that, which makes her more difficult to block.
Here's Foster. Serve at Hiapo. Terry running in. Shampoo to Looper, a 10th kill for Looper off a 30th assist from Shampoo.
And an area of this game that we don't talk about a lot of the times is the block touching. The block touch there really allowed for...
She's trying to cut the gap again with a nice run at the service line. Foster in the 3rd. Ace number 3 for her.
Say about that serve other than it is one of the most elite serves. Risk is pretty minimal for how much she aces and how much trouble she gets the opposing serve receive line in.
Catches the baseline. Wow. Back to back 4 for her.
Just dipping in at the last second. She's got this serve on lock. It's like a hybrid.
Time is Maya Winterhoff. 3rd round pick of the latest MLB draft, 20th overall. Right between Winterhoff and Lush, and a 12th put down for Charity Looper, who's got 143 kills on the year.
We've seen a lot of range from Charity Looper. They're going in that
1-6 at home, their only home win in the season opener. Cass Brown solo stop on Walker, stopping her in her tracks.
It's the read by Cass Brown. She's in the right place. She's very disciplined, and then she sees. Watch, she sees.
But is now out due to her.
And we'll see Kashana Williams as well over there on the opposite for the dub sub.
Gets it down right in front of a diving Kashana Williams.
Courtney Schwann really is one of the...
Penn State. Working it up the middle for Natalie Foster as Champu records her 33rd assist. What do they need to do to get Foster more involved and comfortable with the attacking out of the middle?
It really is the putting that ball away. He wants another player to step up and be able to put that away. That's why it's good that they have the consistent reign of terror to do that.
A little combo play as Brown jumped up as the decoy, freeing up Looper for her 13th put down.
I love when the Valkyries do this. They really have such a fun offense. Abby Walker jumping with Cass Brown. What those routes do and what those combo plays do is it really stresses the block.
2 in white for Orlando. Did not play on Sunday versus Grand Rapids. There's a look Kashana Williams this way, and Schwann pops it up. Nothing is getting in the way of Charity Looper. 14 put downs within 3 in the first. Pack is back in, setting in the place of Evans. She'll run down that first touch off the run through. Running the offense through Looper, and she must
stop those hands. That takes a lot of body control.
Great pick up in the cross court from Hiapo. Lush. And now a joust. And Pack doing all she can to try and prolong the point, but the block too strong, omnipotent to top the twine for here. After the first 2 sets went 1 to either team at 25-19 each. A roll shot from Schwann, meaning Raina Terry has to set Lush. Schwann closes it out. 2 sets to 1. Off a 3rd kill in the 3rd set on an 11 swing for Courtney Schwann.
3rd kill and possibly the most important one of that set.
Fury are 3-4 on the road. They are 3-10 on the year. Chaos ensues off the short ball of a serve from Schwann. What did you like?
You know, we see Raynell Jones, #1 in for the Fury, so Coach Angel Perez still trying to find that spark.
Just her 16th set played, Raynell Jones. And off a bump set, that's Vanderweide. She is dug down the line by Hiapo. Music stepping into set for Champu. Setter step, abbreviated approach for Lush. Looper again, who had the set clinching kill to close out the second. She finishes off that point, thumping one with authority.
Charity Looper's found a lot of success in the high hand. She delays her attack a little bit. The block is on its way down, and then she's driving it off of the finger. Transition, just not enough hand contact on that ball. A little bit of a whiff, which is to be expected coming off the bench sometimes.
This is Lush. Denied. Averaging 2.3 blocks per set. That's 5th best in the league for the Valkyries. And Vanderweide and Foster team up for the stuff.
We talk about the middle blockers a lot, getting there and closing, but really what it comes down to is the person that sets the block is the pin blocker. So Vanderweide
taking Lush back to serve. 10 kills, back-to-back matches with 10 kills. Looper feeling it as she puts down an exhilarating swing with no hopes of coming back.
The passing's been really good for the Valkyries. Total in these 4 sets, they're passing 62%, good or positive. Those are good numbers. Coach wants them around 55. So here, with the good pass, Lee Foster's holding the middle blocker, Raynell Jones, on her, and you get a one-on-one.
Pass was tight, and what a head Matchup play for Kaz Brown. Finds it in the deep part of the court when Columbus was on the run.
That was a really good initiative by Kaz Brown. She could have set that ball out of system set. No, she wanted it. She's a leader. She can see the backcourt so well, and she's leading the
Brown, season high of 10 kills was the last meeting against the Fury. Here's Foster. There's Atiapo. And hitting a D ball is Hodge. That will put Orlando out of system. No trouble for Looper. Her 19th kill. 5 away from her season high of 24.
Absolutely an incredible set. Beautiful. Watch this. Scrambling, getting her feet there, keeping her body back. Push that set all the way. It was perfect placement. That's why Shampoo is one of the best.
One of the best, if not the best, when it comes to serving is Foster. Ace number 5 for her. She had 6 the first meeting between these two, a season high.
And I say this a lot. When it rains, it tends 3 in the second set, 2 in the third, and 1 in this one.
Shampoo, look Looper's way. The gravity-defying leap puts a kill on the board, 11-3.
It's almost like at this point, sometimes in volleyball, it feels like you can do no wrong. We call it the flow zone. The sports psychology book calls it the flow zone. And it's like everything is working for the Valkyries right now. One-on-one, and she made him pay.
Shampoo makes Columbus pay. Sneaky and deceptive as she shows off her offense.
Shampoo coming off of going 3 for 4 in attack. She's been very offensive-minded as of late in this season.
Underwater, catches the tape, that one settles in. The service pressure in the forefront is what a put down. Almost levitating in the air was Brown. Waited to hit that on the way down, it seemed, from Shampoo.
Yeah, but so what that does is the block is on its way down. That you really stress the block with that set.
39 blocks on the year, leads the league. Not having her means more on the shoulders of our server in Reina, Terry. Shampoo off the slide. 1v1, they work the ISO play, and it is well done off the block of Lush. 16-7.
It's open. That's when she goes to the middle attacker.
Abby Walker, 5 of 11 serves. Looper off a trampoline. Rips that one hard to the surface. 20 kills for her.
Charity Looper has been so impressive. That pass was absolutely beautiful. That was a dime of a pass. She kept her shoulders down. She angled her platform.
Courtney Schwann, and it's been some long service runs from Schwann or Natalie Foster that have widened the gap in Orlando's favor since the first set when they got outblocked 5-1.
Yeah, you have to imagine whatever Coach Amy Pauley said to them after that first set. They really took it to heart. The offense really got into a rhythm like I thought that it would, and it's been really impressive.
Ashley Evans is in to serve. Vander Wida takes it off the block, and it cascades all the way on the other side and down off the court for the kill.
Vander Wida is attack the block kind of person. You can just tell from that interview that I did with her. She said, foot on the gas pedal, keep swinging, being aggressive. She emulates that. She plays like that.
Here's Courtney Schwann, 27 attacks, 8 kills. Out of shorts and a free ball donated over for Foster. Not the cleanest of attempt on it. Next 2 touches. Usage is going to run that one down and get it over. What a pickup by Kusich. Kasha Anderson is checked in number 3 in red. But Foster closes it out. That point, jumping front and fronting the attacker for the block.
All around amazing defensive performance. First of all, with Kusich, just throwing her body all over the court. Watch this. The clean touch was all she needed just to kind of keep it in the air a little bit long. That rally was phenomenal.
And that was Kusich, and that was 14 digs, as you see. The serve is headed over to Reina Terry. More blocking, and against the top blocking team in the league, Orlando has taken charge.
That's Orlando's second block in this set. In total, they've got 6 as efficient as the outside.
Here's Lush, double-digit kills as she serves. A flavorful finish, fancy from Looper. What do you call that?
A tip, but a smart one.
A smart one.
So smart, just driving through the ball, using great eyes to see the open court. It was an unconventional tip.
Champu for Looper, a 46th helper from Champu. Looper with 23 kills, that's 1 away from her season high.
With that block, it was there and it was closed, but it wasn't.
Yukis into set, and she goes to Kaz Brown, and both with a big grin on their faces as they take a big step in the right direction in the 4th set.
Kaz Brown, that's her 9th kill, but she's affected the game in so many ways this match. A little bit of space in between her and Pukas just drives. The Valkyries, especially when the pass is to the net, they've done a good job at forcing through the middle inside out.
Blood hustle, and Pukas continues on the point. Raina Terry runs into a solo block attempt of Courtney Schwan, rebuking that attempt.
Quick, disciplined hands by Courtney Schwan. That's what that was. Her body kind of fading. Watch. Couple of kills more for her in order to take this set.
Now in solo 3rd in the standings, the Orlando Valkyries win their 2nd home match of the year, taking it in 4 after dropping the 1st. And what a balanced offensive effort they showcased here at Edition Financial Arena.